These are serious times that we're in. Very, very serious times. And He's called us to be the light of the world. So as we shine forth, we have to make sure that our light is on the right perspective of shining to the world. So as always, we're going to start with Colossians 3 and 17. Colossians 3 and 17. And whatsoever you do in word or deed, do all by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua, giving thanks to the Most High and the Father, by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua. So whatever we say and do is going to be in the name of the anointed Savior. So we're going to look at Proverbs 24 and 10. Proverbs 24 and 10. Because these are trying times that we're in right now, whether you realize it or not. Just because it haven't came near your door doesn't mean that it's not happening and it don't exist. It's very important that we see these times that we're in right now. Proverbs 24 and 10. If thou faint in the day of adversity, thy strength is small. If you faint, you get weak in the day of adversity, so your strength is small. You can talk all you want to. You want to act like you ready for the day of the Most High, but you gotta have to be ready for what's getting ready to go down, and what is going down all around us. That's why I say if you faint, when you get weak in the time of adversity, which is times when we're having trouble, the things that's planned against us, that these demons in high places are planning against us, they say your strength is small. You know, you're not walking the straight path, you're walking narrow. You know, it's real shallow. Your faith is real shallow. That's why when I hear people say certain things, it's like, what is this for? What are you here for? Why are you hearing what you're supposed to be hearing? How are you going to apply this in your life? What's the solutions? It's all here in the Word. You know the past, the present, and the future, supposed to. But yet still, once the book is closed, now you're afraid. You're scared. That's why it says, look, if thou faint in the day of adversity, thy strength is small. See? Look at Jeremiah 30. In verse 3. For lo, the days come, this is the future, the Most High said, the Most High, that I will bring again the captivity of my people Israel and Judah, said the Most High, and I will cause them to return to the land that I gave to their fathers, and they shall possess it. That's what the Most High said is our future. That's what's going to happen in the future. And these are the words that the Most High spake concerning Israel and concerning Judah. That's the 12 tribes. For thus said the Most High, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. So, hearing a voice of trembling and fear, people are afraid, and not of peace, don't have a peace. So, look at that fear. 2 Timothy 1 and 7. 2 Timothy 1 and 7. For the Most High have not given us the spirit of fear. These are the ones that the elect. You want to think you are one of the elect, and you fear and say, look, the Most High has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power. That power is spiritual power. And of love, keeping of his commandments. Those his commandments that we're supposed to keep. And of a sound mind, thinking right. Having the right thoughts in your mind. Who have saved us and called us with an holy calling, not according to our works, things that we have done, but according to his own purpose and grace, giving us something that we don't even deserve, which was given us by Hashem Mashiach before the world began. Do you believe that? We're going to be saved from our enemies and from the hand of all that hate us. That's being saved. He said he already predestined that certain people will be saved. So if you believe that, you're not going to have to fear. But is now made manifest by the appearing of our Savior, Hamashiach Yahushua. He came here in the flesh and died for the 12 tribes of Israel, who have abolished death. You hear that? He abolished death and have brought life and immortality to light through the gospel. If you believe that, you gotta have faith. That's why, going back to Jeremiah 30 and 5. For thus say the Most High, they have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. So we done dealt with the fear. The Most High don't give you the spirit of fear. So you get that from Satan. Yeah, that's his operation. That's his duty, to make you fear. That's coming from Satan. But of power, hear that? The next thing he said, but of power. That's spiritual power. And you've been taught this. Anybody on the phone conference, first time on the phone conference? First time you came here. So see, there's no excuse for any of you. So, he says, Jeremiah 30 and 5, for thus said the Most High, we have heard a voice of trembling. Trembling, scared to death, scared of fear. That means you're afraid. Trembling, you ain't trembling because it's not talking about you trembling because you happy. You trembling because you afraid. You scared. And not of peace, he's saying. So how are you not at peace? Mashiach told us this in John 14:27. And these are scriptures that you should know. Peace, he said, I leave with you. My peace I give unto you, not as the world giveth. So you can't look for someone in this world to give you this peace that he's talking about here. And when you get this, you can always go back to it, no matter what condition you're in. And relax. It relaxes you. Peace relaxes you. You're in tranquil. You just in a state of relaxation at any time, through it all. He says, peace I leave with you, my peace I give unto you, not as the world giveth, give I unto you. Let not your heart, which is your mind, be troubled, neither let it be afraid. See? You got the fear and the peace right in this one scripture. Don't let your mind be afraid. Don't let it be troubled. Because you have this peace that Mashiach Yahushua said he's going to give us. Going back to Jeremiah 30. Remember, if you faint in time of adversity, your strength is small, weak. Listen, Jeremiah 30 and 6. Ask ye now, and see whether a man does travail with child. Men don't have children, but he asked a question. See if a man travail with child, like a woman having a baby. A man does travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins? As a woman in travail, a woman having a baby, her contractions. and all faces are turned into paleness. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. You hear this? It is even the time of Jacob's trouble. That's what we in, people. It is the time of Israelites' trouble. But he shall be saved out of it. Do you believe that? Or you going to sit back and procrastinate about your own mind and thinking? No. He said, he shall be saved out of it. See? For it shall come to pass in that day. What day? In the day of Jacob's trouble. Said the Most High, power of hosts, power of armies, power of angels that are where on this earth and in the fourth dimension. That I will break his yoke from off thy neck and will burst thy bonds, and strangers shall no more serve themselves of him. See, that's the future. But they shall serve the Most High, Yahweh their power, and David their king, which is through Mashiach El Shai, whom I will raise up unto them. See? Therefore fear not, O my servant Jacob, said the Most High. Neither be dismayed, O Israel, for lo, I will save thee from afar, all the way over here to America. He gonna save us. And thy seed, which is our lineage, which is our children, from the land of their captivity. And we scattered among all nations. And Jacob shall return, and shall be in rest, and be quiet. And none shall make him afraid. See? For I am with thee. This is the good news. You name any prophet, the Most High gave it to us. We got next. Forever and ever and ever. We just got to prepare ourselves for this. For I am with thee, saith the Most High, to save thee. Though I make a full end of all nations. You hear what he said? Though I make a full end of all nations. Whither I have scattered thee. That's these nations where we're scattered among. You understand? Yet will I not make a full end of thee, but I will correct thee in measure. That's why it's the time of our trouble. He's going to correct us in a certain amount of time. We've been corrected. That's why you see the things happening to us, because the Most High is correcting us. And will not leave thee altogether unpunished. That's why he said in Psalms 147, he showed his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgment unto Israel. He have not dealt so with any nation. And as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Most High. So that's what he already told us. And that's this measurement that he's given us in time, that those that's going to come back to him, it's going to be less and less and less. But we're going to be corrected. That measurement a certain amount of time. Like some of you coming in, you don't expect it to be all peaches and cream. Because you be dipped in that fiery furnace of affliction. So that's why you got to purge yourself from your old sins and repent. And change. Become a new creature. Be born again. Become a new man. A new woman. Where you're different. And until people see that you're different and you're still the same one that they think you are, then hey, what kind of change are you making? Well, how can you show that you have changed? You can't. You're the same person. Go back to Proverbs 24. Proverbs 24. And 16. For a just man falleth 7 times and rises up again, but the wicked shall fall into mischief. See? The just man falleth 7 times and he rise up again. You know, surely you have come short, which we all have come short of the glory of the Most High. Have sinned to come short of the glory of the Most High. But you got to rise up again. You can't allow yourself to stay down. Because you know, it tells you how many have died from sorrow. Many people died from sorrow. That's why you have to make sure that you find a way of something that keeps you happy. And that's that peace we just read about. Mashiach told us he gonna give us. Not the peace that you could expect from your woman, you expect from your man, you expect from your children, you expect from anyone. It comes from the Most High Mashiach. He just told us. So that's what we have to look upon, because we want to make sure that we're able to make it through these trying times. You know, they got all kind of things set up. That's why I look at Ecclesiasticus 30 and verse 21. It says, give not over thy mind to heaviness, and afflict not thyself in thine own counsel, in your own mind. So don't give your mind over to heaviness. Don't just be thinking about negative things. You know, that's why negative people are not productive to your ability to think positive. When you, we as leaders, we got to deal with the negative people to turn them into positivity. Positive mindset. Because it says, give not over thy mind to heaviness, and afflict not thyself in thine own counsel. You afflict yourself by thinking negative and dwelling on the negative. You got to speak positive energies into your existence. The gladness of the heart is the mind, the gladness of the mind is the life of man. And the joyfulness of a man prolongeth his days. So the joyfulness of a man prolongeth his days. You see? So if you're sad, you weak, you gonna faint in the time of adversity, you worried about this, you worried about that, then where's your faith? Worry cancels out faith. It says, the gladness of the heart, which is the mind, is the life of man. And the joyfulness of a man prolongeth his days. You see that? So the joyfulness of a man prolongeth his days. And men that have women that's married, this is what it says before he came here in Ecclesiastes 26 and 1. It says, blessed is the man that hath a virtuous wife, for the number of his days shall be double. So a virtuous woman that's married to a man gonna make that man's life double, because he's not gonna be sad. Because it says the gladness in Ecclesiastes 30 and 22, the gladness of the heart, the mind, is the life of man. And the joyfulness of a man prolongeth his life, so his days. So if you're looking at, you have a virtuous woman, and it tells you here clearly in Ecclesiastes 26 and 1, and I do believe Solomon would have the knowledge of relationships, since he had 1,000 women. You know, some of them had to be virtuous. He just dealt with them dang on other nations that allowed him to, in his older age, to follow their gods, their idols. But what does it say? He's saying here, Ecclesiastes 26 and 1, and the Most High said, hey, he allowed it to be here, so you got to take it over to the Most High. You got a problem with it, because it's in the Bible. It says, blessed is the man that hath a virtuous wife, for the number of his days shall be double. A virtuous woman rejoices her husband. So, once again, I got to show you this, because a lot of times, you know, most I speak once, say twice, man, perceive it not. I'm going to read it again. Ecclesiastes 30 and 22. The gladness of the heart, which is the mind, is the life of man. And the joyfulness of a man prolongeth his days. So a man being happy is going to prolong his days. So you have a woman, and he tells you in Ecclesiastes 26:1, blessed is the man that hath a virtuous wife, for the number of his days shall be double. He's going to live a long life. Listen, a virtuous woman rejoices her husband. He's going to be happy. And he shall fulfill the years of his life in peace. So a woman that's not virtuous, he's not going to fulfill his life in peace. And his life going to be cut short. I see a lot of men die before they're a woman. Yeah. A good wife is a good portion which shall be given in the portion of them that fear the Most High. See? So going back to Ecclesiastes 30 and 22, once again, for the last time, the gladness of the heart, or which is the mind, is the life of man. And the joyfulness of a man prolongeth his days. So the virtuous woman going to make sure that her husband is happy. And he's going to make her happy by him being happy. She going to make you happy, then you going to make her feel bad? Come on, that don't make no sense. It says, love thine own soul. Love your own self. And comfort thy heart. Comfort your mind. Remove sorrow far from thee. See, a lot of you walking around in sorrow. That's why it says when you faint in the day of adversity, your strength is small. Love thine own soul and comfort thine heart. Remove sorrow far from thee, for sorrow hath killed many. Hear that? Being sad has killed many. You're around moping all the time. Woe is me. Oh, I don't know what I'm going to do. I see people in pain. I talk to them. They still normal, just like they always was. You're talking to somebody right now. You're listening to somebody right now. Normal. And it just, poof, it's just gone. Poof. Your mind, your spirit controls things when you understand how spiritually you have control. It says, love thine own soul and comfort thy heart. Comfort your mind. Sorrow. Remove sorrow far from thee. You know what it say? Remove sorrow far from thee. For sorrow have killed many. You know? Sorrow have killed many. And there is no profit therein. See? Envy. This is real key. Envy and wrath shorten the life. You look at brothers, they aging real fast. Like, dang, they much younger than me, looking like they old as ever. Because they envy people. Envy and strife, they going back and forth, arguing all the time. It shorten your life. Listen what it says. Envy and strife, envy and wrath, they going against, want to bring, brothers down and so forth. Envy and wrath shorten the life. Even with their relationship. Acting like a beast amongst their family members. It say, look, envy and wrath shorten the life. And carefulness bringeth age before the time. See, you so technical. You so worried about this and worried about that. Where your faith at? You so I got to make sure this all perfect. A lot of you can't handle this world. You can't handle what's going on in the world. On the real, you know you can't. You just fake. And you envy those that you see that are. I don't envy no one. You can't envy no one. For what? You do what you can do. You got to deal with your own life. Don't be sitting around envying people. You're going to shorten your life. And it's so because the Most High telling us. Let's get Job, the 4th chapter. In the 5th verse. Because, they got all kind of things planned. Implemented. It's people that's being taken right now. in experimenting with. They're talking about they putting a chip in people that's poor and that's homeless and so forth, and they have concentration camps and different things that they have planned that they're trying to do for extermination of people, the population and so forth. Job 4 and 5. But now it has come upon you, upon thee, which is you, and thou faintest. Now it's come upon you. Now you done got all weak, because your spirit is weak. You don't have no faith, no matter what you say. See? Now the battle and the trials come upon you. It touches thee, and thou art troubled. See? But now it is come upon thee, and thou faintest, because you got that weak spirit. You don't have that faith that you're supposed to have in the Most High. It touches thee. You hear that? Time of Jacob's trouble. We ain't going to avoid it. It touches thee, and thou art troubled. You troubled. See? When the battle and the trials come upon you, and you are weak, suffering, you get angry, and think things gonna change for the better. Oh, is not this thy fear? Is this not your fear? That the Most High say He don't give you? Is not this your fear? Thy confidence? Thy hope? Your faith and upright of thy ways? You causing these things upon yourself. Daniel's 10 and 18. Daniel's 10, 18. You got to remain faithful. That's why I say, but how you going to believe in someone that you don't know anything about? Write essays on the Most High. And back it up with scriptures. From Genesis to Revelation, and precept upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line, here a little and there a little. Because that's what it's going to come down to. Daniel's 10 and 18. Then there came again and touched me, one like the appearance of a man, and he strengthened me. See? And said, O man, greatly beloved, fear not. You hear that? Fear not. Don't be afraid. Peace be unto thee. Be strong. Hear the word of the Most High. Peace be unto you. That peace of Mashiach Yahushua just told us about. He said, be strong. Don't be weak. Yeah, be strong. You know what he said? He must speak once, say twice. He said, be strong. Yeah, be strong. And when he has spoken unto me, I was strengthened and said, let my power speak. Thou hast strengthened me. It's the angel. You see? The angels are around us. And the Most High sent His Spirit, which are the angels, to strengthen us. Don't be afraid. You got to be strong. Be strong in the Mashiach Yahushua. He will always strengthen you. Always. He said, I will not. Look, let me just show you what he said. Instead of talking about it, let's show it. I mean, this the word that he said. John 14, 18. I will not leave thee comfortless. I will come to you. See? Say, I will not leave you comfortless. I will come to you. You believe it? Look, you gotta. That's why you gotta know these scriptures to be able to really deal with what you need to say to the Most High that He has said. That's what we done before. That's what we always have done. We always have done that. We always have said, Most High, you said this in your word. You have told us. This is what you said. You can't go wrong by quoting what He said. This is what you said, Most High. He said it. So if He said it, we can go by it, can't we? We can go by exactly what He said to us. See? In the spirit, I mean, go back to 2 Timothy 1:7. You gotta hear what He's saying. For the Most High have not given us the spirit of fear, but of power. And that power is spiritual power. And of love. That love is the keeping of the commandments. And of a sound mind. You see? This was been promised to us. 1 John 4. Go to 1 John, the 4th chapter. 1 John, the 4th chapter. And we're going to look at verse 17. First John 4:17. The Bible's tore up. All praise the Most High. It means they've been used. 1 John 4:17. See? 1 John 4:17. Herein is our love made perfect, that we may have boldness in the day of judgment. Because as He is, so are we in this world. See? As He is, so are we in this world. There is no fear in love, but perfect love casts out fear, because fear have torment. You hear that? That's why when you look at being afraid, it brings about a spirit of torment. Pretty soon you end up with ulcers. Your stomach hurt all the time. You can eat. Next thing you take a medicine because you don't develop an ulcer, a sore in your stomach, destroying you slowly but surely. This is serious. It says, verse 17. No, verse 18, Salaki. There is no fear in love, but perfect love casts out fear, because fear hath torment. He that feareth is not made perfect in love. See? You fear, you're not made perfect in love. Because He's telling you that the Most High haven't given us the spirit of fear. So when you doubt, you're going to start to be tormented. You wonder why you have the things that happen in your life, because you tormented, because you doubting. You don't have faith. Doubt cancels out faith. You understand? That's why get Mark 11. And 22. Read us what I want. And the Mashiach answering said unto them, this is Mark 11 and 22. Have faith in the Most High. So what is faith? Hebrews 11 and 1 defines faith. Because it's almost like you believe, some of you believe that the devil had more power than the Most High, than the Mashiach Yahushua. Just faith. The definition of faith, Hebrews 11 and 1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for. That's something you desire. The evidence of things not seen. So you can't desire something you already have. That's why I say the evidence of things not seen. So now, going back to Mark 11:22, and the Mashiach answering said unto them, have faith in the Most High. He telling you to have faith in the Most High. Power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Jacob being the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel. Period. That's the Most High name forever and ever and ever. Say, for verily, verse 23, for verily I say unto you, that whosoever shall say unto this mountain, or the trouble, be thou removed, trouble, and be thou cast into the sea, get away from me, and shall not doubt. So doubt cancels out what? Faith. But shall not doubt in his heart, that's your mind again, shall not doubt in your mind, but shall believe that those things which he said shall come to pass, he shall have whatsoever he said. So if you got negative coming out of your mouth, you're going to have whatever you say negative. You have positive coming out of your mouth because you got to think it, you speak it, you act upon it. That's how everything operates. You think, you speak, then there's an action behind what you say. So, because he keeps saying you got to say it. So if you hear people talking negative about themselves and nothing's happening, woe is me, that's what you can expect. He give you the guideline, it's all here. The guideline is right here. Now whether you hear or forbear, I don't know. This is spiritual though. That's why he told you to have faith in the Most High. So that's how you know whether or not someone has faith in the Most High. Listen. You're going to have whatever you say. So if you want positive things to happen in your life, you say positive things. You speak positive things to happen in your life. Listen to what he said. There, verse 24. Therefore I say unto you, what things soever ye desire. That's what you desire. That's faith. Hope for. Whatever things you hope for, whatever things you have faith in, when you pray to the Most High, believe that you receive them, and you shall have them. So how you gonna receive them if you don't believe that you're gonna receive them? You done prayed, and now here you come talking to somebody about something contrary to what you prayed for. So you got to look at it forward and backwards. That's how I look at everything, so that I can look at what doesn't work and what does work. You got to know what works and what doesn't work. That's what this is all about. Solutions. Our people are always dissecting each other, but can't dissect themselves to know what works spiritually. How you going to operate during the time of Jacob's trouble? Some of you ain't felt it, so you don't know nothing about this. Oh, but it's coming. And you're going to have to know how to operate. You're going to operate how you've been taught in the world, then go ahead on. Because you at war with the Most High. They don't know. They don't know. They don't know. If they do, hand them the Bible, tell them to show you something. For hours upon hours. Subject matter, just a book of life. That's who you following? You think they done showed you the right way? Only the right way is through the Most High. By showing Mashiach Yahushua. He the only one that showing the way through a Mashiach Yahushua. Said, I and my Father are one. They agree. So he's showing us the way that the Most High have shown him. Show us through the Spirit. There ain't no other way but through the Most High. He didn't say have faith in me. He said have faith in the Most High. Power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Period. The one power. Yahweh. power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He said, therefore I say unto you, what things soever ye desire, when ye pray, believe that you receive them, and ye shall have them. That means you're going to start talking about this is what's going to happen. You're going to bring it to life through your faith and your belief in the Most High. That's the first thing he said. Look at verse 22. And the Master going to say, answer and said unto them, have faith in the Most High. So when you pray to who? The Most High. He said in verse 24, therefore I say to you, what things soever ye desire, when ye pray, believe that you receive them, and ye shall have them. So you got to start saying, this is what's going to happen. Oh, a lot of you, y'all doubt, so therefore you get what you doubting about. He already told you in verse 23, you can't doubt. You got to believe. You got to say it. Condition though, verse 25. And when you stand praying, forgive. If you have aught against any, a lot of you holding on to grudges. Y'all got problem with each other. You don't have no peace because you ain't forgiving nobody. You sit up here with this attitude and that attitude and this attitude about this person. Some of you all the way back in the past. You ain't never let that go. Somebody did something to you, so now you bring that up in your spirit whenever you see someone else. You say, oh, they're the same way. That's like they're the same person or something. But it's a different person. Listen, and when you stand praying, forgive if you have aught against any, that your Father also, which is in heaven, may forgive you your trespasses. But, this is a condition, y'all. If you do not forgive, neither will your Father, which is in heaven, forgive your trespasses, things you done wrong. You got to forgive. Most likely going to forgive you your transgressions. That's the way it works. Go to Job, the 3rd chapter. The 25th verse. Job 3:25. For the thing which I greatly feared is come upon me, and that which I was afraid of is come upon me. I was not in safety, neither had I rest, neither was I quiet, yet trouble came. See? So what you gonna do when these things happen? You know? Things that you're afraid of, it start to happen. That's what you feared. It came upon them. Oh, they gonna do this happen, so therefore it comes. It's gonna come because remember what you saying. In your mind, your heart, in your mind, your heart is your mind. You thinking it, then you bring it about. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Oh, how easily you forget. See, that's a lot of the problem that we have because he's given us a guideline to go by, and how easy people forget. Isaiah 54:17. Isaiah 54:17. Just one scripture. There's many. It says, just like Mashiach said, hey, I will not leave you comfortless. I will come to you. There's no weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper. God, faith to believe this. And every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment shall thou condemn. That is the heritage of the servants of the Most High, and their righteousness is of me, saith the Most High. So that's the heritage of the servants of the Most High. Who the servants of the Most High? And their righteousness is of me, saith the Most High. And our righteousness only is by following the laws, statutes, commandments of the Most High. Having faith in the Mashiach Yahushua. Isaiah 44:1. Yet now hear, O Jacob, my servant. See? We're the servants. It's talking to us. And Israel whom I have chosen. See? It's talking about us. Verse 21. Remember these, O Jacob and Israel, for thou art my servant. See? So the righteousness that comes through following the law allows us to be protected by the Most High because we're following Him. And He say, no weapon formed against thee shall prosper. And it tells us in the Psalms how, look at Psalms 34 and 7. It's not for everyone, but it's for those that are operating in righteousness. The angel of the Most High encampeth round about them that fear Him, and delivereth them. You hear that? The angel of the Most High encampeth round about them that fear Him, and delivereth them. Where are angels at? Where are the angels? Right here on this earth. We've been over this, but it all comes into mind in the spirit as we look at being delivered, being saved, as it says. In the Old Testament, a lot of times it says delivered, and the New Testament says saved. The same thing. Being delivered, being saved, it's the same thing. Psalm 34 and 7. The angel of the Most High encampeth round about them that fear Him, and delivereth them. And well, y'all, it's real, y'all. Look at Ecclesiasticus, the 39th chapter, and the 28th verse. It says, there be spirits which are angels. When you read Psalms 104 and 4, it says He maketh His angels spirits. So there be spirits that are created for vengeance. See? Where are these spirits? Verse 31. They shall rejoice in His commandment. They will rejoice in the commandment of the Most High, and they shall be ready upon earth. They're right here with us. These angels that are right here with us. Where? They shall be ready upon earth. When need is. When there's a need for them to deliver us. And when their time is come, remember, Psalm 34 and 7, the angel of the Most High encampeth round about them that fear Him, and delivereth them. So it says, when their time is come to deliver us, to save us from whatever. And when their time is come, they shall not transgress His word. Hear what it says? They shall not transgress His word. That's the good news. That's really good news, isn't it? So it's good news to me to hear. For real, for real. Look at because a lot of this fear, we know it. Most I say don't give us the spirit of fear, so it's coming from us eating of the tree of good and evil. So you want the left side? Okay, I'm gonna give it to you. It's always there. It's always there. Look, an example of how the angel of the Most High encampeth round about us and delivereth us. Look at Daniel's, the 6th chapter. This should be encouraging. Hopefully it's encouraging and not discouraging. Look, this is Daniel in the den of lions. Daniel 6. And we're going to look at, now he's been thrown in a den of lions, right? Daniel 6 and 17. Let's read verse, start at 15. Okay, just to go through some of the story. It says, Then these men assembled unto the king, and said unto the king, Know, O king, that the law of the Medes and Persians is, that no decree nor statute which the king established may be may be changed. So whatever statute or law that the king, brings forth, it cannot be changed. Then the king commanded, and they brought Daniel and cast him into the den of lions. Now the king spake and said unto Daniel, Thy power, the Most High, whom thou servest continually, he will deliver thee. In other words, like I said, you say deliver means save. He gonna save you. So we gotta save him from these lions, den of lions. And a stone was brought and laid upon the mouth of the den. And the king sealed it with his own signet. That's his own ring. His signature, that's what they did. And with the signet of his lords, that the purpose might not be changed concerning Daniel. So he put a big stone over the den where he put Daniel in. It was 18. And we hear because the angel of the Most High delivered those that are in trouble. Then the king went to his palace and passed the night fasting. Neither were instruments of music brought before him, and his sleep went from him. He couldn't sleep. Well, no music brought to him. He couldn't sleep. Having a hard time sleeping. Then the king arose very early in the morning and went in haste unto the den of lions. So he woke up early in the morning. He went to that den of lions that he had threw Daniel in. And when he came to the den, he cried with a lamentable voice unto Daniel. And the king spake and said to Daniel,